Hello, 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 everyone. Welcome back to the final day. The final day. Turnabout Christmas. the the how Kuma stole the turnabout. How did us? Yeah. For those who are new to the stream, hi, I'm Nitronova. I'm a lioness VTuber with a PNG tuber model that is completely different than the my normal model. I could show off a quick picture of what my model actually looks like. So wait, nope. That's not what I wanted to show. That's not what I wanted to put on. It's something like this, but I'll get. This was made by a Captain Alina. So let me get you some actual art of what my model looks like. This is what my actual model looks like for anybody who is new here. Like I said, she's a lioness warrior on a journey to find what it truly means to be strong. This here model you see is what is referred to as Nitro Kuma. And I don't have time to get into the whole gist of my of my VTuber lore. We'll be talking about the VTuber lore at the end of the stream now, so tune in because after tonight, I will be talking about the reflections I've have on this year, and quite frankly, what my plans are for 2025. Because if you guys do not know, like I said, if you are just tuning into this stream, this is my final stream of the year. I always, after Turnabout Christmas, I always take until the new year off. That's why Turnabout Christmas is usually the week before Christmas, so that way I have the week of Christmas off, and then I can get bright and early right away in the new year. So, also, if you are interested, once we're back in the New Year's on January 2nd, I will be returning with just Trident Colbert to Attorney of the Arcane. I'm only in episode 2 of that, so please bear with me as you can absolutely 100% join for the return of, well, magic defense attorneying. Yep, that's how it'd be. Defense against the arts. I don't know. Anyways, that's what you can expect right away of after when I return in 2020, which would be January 2nd, I believe, because that's a Thursday. Yeah, it would be the Thursday I would be back. But anyways, let's just hop into our turnabout. Continue. Turnabout Goodbye's final investigation. December 27th, 11 p.m. Ranco Law Offices. What was Mr. Edgeworth talking about? A memory of a crime that I committed. A memory of a murder. Do you really think Mr. Edgeworth killed? No. Because, well, I know the truth. So, it's not like I played this 4 times already. That's a lie. I could say that next year. This is the 4th time I'm playing this episode. Because this is the 3rd Turnabout Christmas. Now you might be wondering, how do you get 4? I played this originally when I was playing through this game on stream like 3 years ago. Now you might be wondering, you've been a VTuber for only 2. I was a flesh tuber before I became a VTuber, okay? Some people have that journey, and I'm one of those people. So yes, my the PNG tuber model does also predate the VTuber. I debuted. Okay, so I debuted Khalees September 1st, 2022, and this my PNG tuber model here, Khalees, she Najakuma, she was debuted on January 11th, 2022. I don't believe it. Not Edgeworth. Some painful memory has been troubling him recently, but he's never taken someone's life. Never. Nick. Yo, how's everyone doing? Read the room, butts! What you think of my performance today? Read the room, butts. I won't be asking twice. Read the room. I had them swooning in the aisle, Samaya. Swooning? Me? Oh, yes. I do remember feeling faint. Right on. Tell me the truth. It was like love at first sight, right? Right. Right, Nick? Huh? Me? I mean, isn't it like a pretty popular headcanon that Phoenix is bi? Because, there's the whole thing with Iris and the trials and tribulations, but also I need to figure out. I remember one thing that my goal this year is to make reference to every Ace Attorney game that I've played so far, and I'm only missing Investigation, Great Ace Attorney 2. So hopefully I can make that. I can get a reference to that game at some point. Alright, well, maybe my heart did skip a beat or two. I think you can do better than that. What? Come on! Let's save that person there, dude. Edgy. You guys should be bowed before me. Yeah, bow before your hero. My hero. Right? That's how it works, right? You roll your eyes and go, my hero. Oh yeah, this is where we get tragic backstory times. Oh, I don't think we ever. Woohoo! I was hot out there. Hat. I'm glad someone's happy about how this case is going. He seems to be too happy to care about anything I show him. Larry, you really helped out the trials in there today. You did! If you weren't there, Larry, I'm sure Mr. Edgeworth would have been found guilty. Ha 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 ha! But seriously, Nick, that boat shop caretaker is pretty suspicious. No, really? Thank you, Captain Obvious. But Edgy ain't off the hook yet. Way to spoil the mood, Larry. Yeah, how could you? Hey, I'm just guy sitting in the audience, who swooped in onto the on the witness stand. But from where I was sitting, Edgy seemed pretty edgy. It's Edgeworth. What do you expect? What were you expecting? All were you really expecting much from Edgeworth? Really? It's Edgeworth. For God's sake. I mean, can you really know how he's telling the truth about that night? What did you say about my client? Nick? I don't know. But what I do know is he is my client and I will defend him until the bitter end. I'm going to believe in you two until the end. Us two. Yep. Edgeworth and who else? You mean me, right? Nah, he means me, right, Nick? I would rather die. Nah, I'm kidding. Nah. Yeah, it is. It is. But yeah, you, Larry. Not me. You made Maya cry. Aww. But why you, Larry? Huh? Actually, yeah. Why me, Nick? Time to get into epic tragic. Wait, no, it's just tragic backstory time. It's not that tragic, honestly. Oh, I'm so gonna do. I so want to do a webcam special next year. That's probably gonna be the point. I haven't. I actually haven't used Facecam, like actual Facecam, on stream. Like, I mean, yeah, I'd bust out my camera for like Pokemon card packs open for Extra Life, but I haven't really just been like, boom, here's my face since I debuted as a VTuber. Enough with the silent treatment. Do 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 do. Nick, why do you trust Mr. Edgeworth so much? Well, it all happened in the 4th grade. I mean, he's changed recently, true. But when we first met him, he was kind of a jerk, don't you think? Well, when you first met him, you didn't know him back when he was in 4th grade. You didn't know him back then. Back when he wanted to be a defense attorney. Wait, was that when you two were classmates? Yes, in grade school. Tragic backstory time. They saved me, Miles and Larry. They saved me, and I'll never forget it. My mic is too high now. I gotta move it. Why do I do that? It's like I do it for dramatic effect, but it's like nobody can fucking see me like moving my mic around like all dramatically. Like, what up? See, that is why I want to do a face cam special. But we'll talk about more of that about at the end of the stream. That's why I became a defense attorney, you know. What? Hey, Larry, what's he talking about? Huh? Yeah, sorry, kind of forgot. It's fine, Larry. I'll explain. Because it's epic tragic backs. Oh, wait, no, sorry. Tragic backstory time. The epic tragic backstory is court today. Oh, tomorrow. It's weird how I do things. Okay, Nick, out with it. I'm gonna hear this story today, and that's final. Okay. Kind of a long story, so hang in there. It was the very end of 3rd grade. I was on trial, a class trial. A body has been discovered! Danganronpa wasn't even out when this game was. But I think but that is a joke I will make every year. I don't care. Oh, and it works even better since I'm Nitro Kuma right now. Because Nitro Kuma was obviously based off of Monokuma, if you can't not tell. Class trial. A body has been discovered! After a certain amount of time has passed, the class trial. You remember Larry? Spring, end of 3rd grade. A kid in our class. Oh, this guy's lunch money's stolen. Lunch money? Our school was really small. Every month, kids would bring in an envelope with money for lunch for home. Huh, I see. Anyways, this kid's envelope disappeared, with $38 still inside. Oh yeah, now that you mention it, I do remember that. I can see why you forgot it, though. You were out of school that day. Anyways, the envelope had been stolen during PE class. I was coming down with a cold, so I skipped PE that day. Oh, too bad you didn't have your cold killer ex there. Oh! I mean, I've already made a reference to Trials and Tribulations, but who's to say I can't make more, right? I was the only one not in class. So they thought you did it? Yeah. The kids in class said I should be put on trial. Trial? An envelope has been discovered. No, it hasn't, actually. So the next day, we held a classroom trial with me as the defendant. I didn't do it. Guilty. He did it. Guilty. It was you. Thief. Give the money back. You're such a meanie. No one play with him. Doesn't mean you did it. You can't hide from the truth. Tell us the truth. We're not going to play with you anymore. Yeah. You should be in realist or the library committee. Give me back my 50 cents I loaned you. Hey. Now, Phoenix, you shouldn't steal people's money. Other people's money. That's not right. In the end, even the teacher thought I'd done it. Go over and apologize, Phoenix. I didn't know what was happening. I was so sad I couldn't stop crying. Everyone was staring at me like I'd done it. I tried to apologize. I went to where the boy whose money had been stolen was sitting. That's when it happened. He shouldn't have to apologize. The only thing that belongs in the trial is evidence. Anything else has no place. You should all be ashamed. Amateurs. Dude, is there art of like that one meme? Miles? It wasn't you who stole my money, was it? No. Then you shouldn't apologize. Everyone's been shouting you did it, but no one has any proof. That's why, Your Honor, that boy is innocent. But Miles, it was your money that has been stolen. Yeah, he did it. He's the one. We don't need proof. Make him say he's sorry. Why don't you all just shut up? Is this how it always is? Everyone getting up and picking on one person? Just think how he feels. He said he didn't do it, so he didn't do it. Very well. I will replace the money myself. This class trial is over. That's how it happened. After that, the three of us were best of friends. Wow. Oh, tragic backstory is over! I don't know why I do that every year, but I do it every year. Yeah, I had no idea either. I mean, I forgot. That's when I learned what it meant to be alone. Totally alone without a friend in the world. You did a good thing, Larry. Well, excuse me. I demand a blessings, goddammit! No, I'm kidding. No, you don't. Well, yeah. I was just lucky that I took the day off from school. If I'd been there, they would have thought I'd done it. So I took took it kind of personally. See, when something smells, it's usually the butts. Anyways, Edris and I talked after that class trial. That's when I heard his father was a defense attorney. I remember his eyes would shine when he talked about his father. I'm gonna be a defense attorney, just like my father, a famous defense attorney. Then a few months later, he suddenly transferred to another school. The DL6 incident. Right. I'm not sure, but the transfer probably had to do with his father's death. That's so sad. It was several years later when I heard Edwards' name again. There was an article about him in the newspaper. The headline was something like Dark Suspicions of a Demon Attorney. Fabricating evidence, manipulating testimonies, covering up facts. The article said he'd do anything to get a guilty verdict. Anything. But why? What happened? I mean, that's not the Edgy I used to know at all. That's what I thought, too. I tried to get in touch with him. I don't know how many times. He never replied. I guess he didn't want to see his old friends. I couldn't just drop it, though. I wanted to meet him and to learn why he became who he became. That's when I decided that I would become a defense attorney. Wait, you don't mean that's why? That's why you became a defense attorney? To meet Edgeworth? If I was a defense attorney, I knew he'd have to meet me whether he wanted to or not in court. Edgeworth believed in me, and I believed in him, and I believe in him. He's in pain, and no one's on his side. I'm the only one who knows the real Edgeworth. I'm the only one who can help him. Whoa, Nick. So is that why you helped me out for free? Don't forget that you still owe me money for that trial. Yes. I helped you because I believed in you. Except I don't remember saying that I would do it for free. Aw, Nick! Nick! We have to save Mr. Edgeworth if it's the last thing we do, okay? Right. It very well may be. First, there's that rental boat shop taker. We need to find out who or what he is. I settle for who. I guess I can clean out some of this evidence I no longer need. Okay, let's go. Bye, Larry! To the Criminal Affairs Department! Is Gumshoe here? Hello? Is there a Detective Dick Gumshoe here? Looks like Detective Gumshoe hasn't gotten back yet. Alright, we'll be back later! Gumshoe? Oh, Gumshoe, he won't be coming back today. Oh, really? Said there was some guy he had to arrest by tomorrow. The boat shop caretaker. Shouted something about catching him if it's the last thing I do, pal. Good luck, Gumshoe. Godspeed! Are we able to talk to Edgeworth and get tragic backstory time? Or should I say, epic tragic backstory time? Ah, yes. You look grim as always. Mr. Edgeworth, I heard the story about the class trial. Class trial? What do you mean? You don't remember? No, I don't. Your lunch money was stolen, wasn't it? In 3rd grade. Lunch money? Oh yeah. I seem to remember something like that. Nick, I think you're the only one who really remembers. Well, probably because I was the only one who had a lasting impact on. Well, it probably won't really matter to me anyways. Mr. Edgeworth, didn't you know? That trial was the reason Nick became a defense attorney. I'm just like, Yep, no, for gays. Ridiculous. Geez, thanks. That said, it does sound like the kind of thing you do. What's that supposed to mean? You haven't changed a bit, have you, right? So simple, to a fault even. Well, maybe, yeah. I think you changed too much, Edgeworth. Perhaps. We don't have any new evidence to show him. I need a cough drop. My voice is... this is getting bad. Like, we hardly got into this thing, so I'm already sore. Edgeworth, why did you become a prosecutor anyways? You used to look up to your dad. You said you wanted to be a defense attorney, right? I couldn't let myself deny reality like you. What do you mean? My father was taken from me, and you wanted me to defend criminals? I'm sorry, Ray, but I'm not that good of a person. One suspect apprehended in your father's murder, right? Yes, and that man trapped in the elevator with my father. His name was Yanni Yogi. He had to be the shooter any way you looked at it. Yet, he was found innocent. That defense attorney got him off the hook. Could that be remember hemorrhoid? And that day, 15 years ago. Tragic backstory time! The three of us were trapped in that elevator for 5 hours. When we were rescued, we all suffered oxygen deprivation. I had lost all memories of the murder. Lost your memory? Even now, I can't recall what happened in that elevator. That was the crux of Yogi's attorney's argument in court. He claimed the Yanni Yogi had not sound in mind due to the oxygen deprivation. Yogi was released due to a lack of evidence and innocent. That's when I changed my mind. I started to hate defense attorneys. What's your relationship with Von Karma? He's my teacher and a man who deserves respect. I learned everything I know of courtroom techniques from him. So he's like my sister was to you, Nick. He's a perfectionist in all things. In court, in his personal life, he's obsessed with doing everything perfectly. Perfectly, huh? In all cases he had to take on, none were left unsolved. What about IS-7? You're not gonna solve that one for another, 2 years, Edgeworth. God damn it! Why can't I reference the Greatest Attorney 2? There's, nothing! And not one suspect was declared innocent, ever. But that's... I know. It's possible some of the suspects were indeed innocent. However, it's impossible for us to accurately determine that in every case. All Von Karma does is his job, to find the suspect guilty. Perfectly. In any case, it's nigh well impossible to find a weakness in him. Should a weakness appear, he will do anything in his power to make it go away. Edgeworth? If what you're saying is true, you're headed for a guilty sentence tomorrow. He's right! There's no time to praise the enemy, Mr. Edgeworth. It's a strange situation which I find myself. I'll admit. No kidding. Wait, now hold on. Sorry, I'm not sure I can help you with that. It was that case that changed my life. And tomorrow, on December 28th, its statute of limitations runs out. Tomorrow. Could that be a coincidence? But even if the case is finally closed on paper, it will never be erased from my memory. Never. Poor Mr. Edgeworth. Nick! No! That's a photo of his father! Don't show him that! You're right. That probably isn't a good time to dredge up those memories. What is it? Nothing. Nothing at all. Huh? Alright, well, if anything, we are gonna go get a little bit of investigation on acrylic. Hey, pal, long time no see. Hey, Detective Dick come too. Just the man we were looking for. Don't know why I'm going all New Yorker now, eh? Yeah, I really don't know why I went that way. Oh, Detective Gumshoe. Close one today. I got some worked up. I snapped my tie in half. Why does it look perfectly fine in this? Because it's a sprite, obviously. I know. Sorry about that. No problem, pal. Thanks to you, we now know who really did it. You mean the boat shop caretaker? Look, I'll make you a promise. I'll have that scoundrel in my custody by trial time tomorrow. Come what may. It's my duty to you as a police officer. Now I'm off to catch me a criminal. The detective sure is active today. Oh, one other thing. No one can go into the woods today. The woods? Where Lotto was camping? The woods are off limits to camping, and apparently the park ranger found out. Got pretty mad. No one can go in there for a while. I guess Lotta's in a lot of trouble. Get out, Maya. I'll be seeing you tomorrow. December 27th, Grid Lake, Public Beach. Huh? The steel eyesore is missing. Eyesore? Looks like the hot dog stand is closed too. Guess Larry's too busy worrying about Mr. Edgeworth to show up before work. Guess we go to the rental shop. December 27th, boat rental shop. The old caretaker got away. Yep. I'll never imagine he might be the real murderer. Man. Our father. What's the deal there, Dad? And there'd be the funniest thing. I'd be like, oh, hey, what are you doing here, Dad? It's like, he's right behind me, isn't he? No, my dad's not right behind me. I know that clearing the store anywhere. Hello. What might you be doing here? Shouldn't we be asking you that question? Up for a walk? The days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see. What, you're not going to talk about your hemorrhoids? God damn it, yet another reference to Trials and Tribulations. Mr. Grossberg, there's no time for idle reminiscing. Edgeworth's trial ends tomorrow. That is true, yes. But from what I saw of today's trials, Edgeworth should be fine, right? Well, not so sure about that. Oh, what do you mean by that? Well, I'm not sure. If you find anything out, come by my office at once. I may be able to offer you some assistance. Thanks. Hi. What do you think Mr. Grossberger was doing here anyways? Who knows? Oh, it's unlocked! Oh, you locked it when we left yesterday. Nobody's home. Hello, squawk! Hey, it's Polly! I wonder where your owner's gone, Polly. Hello, squawk! I can't believe you run off and leave his poor parrot to fend for herself. Hello, squawk! Maybe I should take care of Polly, Nick. You probably shouldn't just kidnap her. The police know about her anyways. Sure, they'll do something. Okay. Sorry, Polly. He says I can't take you. Great, now the bird's gonna hate me. That reminds me, Nick. Polly here knows the number to the safe, right? Yeah, that's right. Polly, what's the number to the safe? 2228. What? Let's open it, Nick. Come on. I'm sure there isn't any money in there. Oh. But hey, it keeps it locked, right? So there must be something of value in here. Not so sure. Okay, let's see what's in here. I guess there might be a clue or two. The only thing in here is a letter. A letter? Aw, boring. There's no name or signature on this thing. It's handwritten in very precise, clear letters. Could you say it's perfect handwriting? We know it's Van Karma's hand. We know it's Van Karma, so. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Edgeworth? Nick, why would Edgeworth's name be here on here? How should I know? I'm gonna read the whole thing. Get revenge on Miles Edgeworth. It also says this is your last chance. Now's the time to get revenge on the two men who ruined your life. The rest of the letter goes on to describe the murder plot in detail. How to kill Robert Hemorrhoid and frame Edgeworth. Calling Edgeworth out on the lake, getting on the boat, firing twice. This is exactly what I figured out today in court. It's all here in perfect detail. Ha! Perfect detail. Oh. What do you think it means, Nick? I don't know, but it looks like these are instructions for that caretaker. When he killed Robert Hammerite and called Edgeworth out, he was following instructions. But who could have written that letter? And what does it mean to get revenge on Miles Edgeworth? Like, I don't know, okay? But one thing's for certain. This letter is an amazing clue. Everything's cold. Looks like he didn't turn the heater on. Guess Nan's been here back since the trial. It doesn't look like he used the kitchen much. You're right. I guess this whole pasta restaurant thing was a lie. What you saw? What you saw? You was telling the truth? We're not gonna be running a pasta shop called the Phoenix Nude. We have new evidence. Edgeworth, see this letter? This came out of the safe in the shack where the boat rental caretaker lives. I see. Revenge on me? Who's that old guy, anyways? I don't know. Could he be an innocent defendant you got declared guilty on or something? Nice, right? But I don't remember that old man. Not at all. So he was following this letter, then. Which means there's someone else behind it. Now it's time to get the revenge on the two men who ruined your life. Two men, meaning myself and Robert Hemorrhoid. It also says this is your last chance. Last chance. Wait, maybe. Maybe he's talking about the statutes of limitation in the DL6 incident. Wait, that old man. What is it? Do you know who he is? Yogi. Could he be Yogi? Yogi? The suspect in the DL6 incident. The one who was found innocent. Annie Yogi was a court bailiff at the time. I thought he was a court clerk. Wow. Doing wonders on talking words today, eh? We just happened to be in the elevator together 15 years ago. The quake was incredibly strong. Before I knew it, everything was dark. We were there for so long, it felt like forever. Their sin and the darkness closed in on us in that little box. We became unsettled. Help! I can't breathe! Oh, wait, this is it. Epic tragic backstory time! Quiet! I said quiet. You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. That's all I remember. When I came to, I was in the hospital bed, staring up at the ceiling. In court, Yanni Yogi's mental condition was called into question. They claimed that the oxygen deprivation and stress has caused temporary insanity. In the end, the claim passed the court, and Yogi was found innocent. Huh. But isn't that strange? The letter tells him to get revenge on Edgeworth. Why would he want to take revenge on you? Right. Yeah. There's something that's been troubling me these last few days. I didn't know whether or not I should tell you. You mean the nightmare? It's a nightmare I've had. A memory of a crime that I committed. A crime you committed? A memory of a murder. I think the time has come to tell all. For the last 15 years, I've had the same dream almost every night. I wake up in a fearful sweat every time. What kind of dream? It's a dream about my father's killing, in the dark. Help! I can't breathe! Quiet! I said quiet! You're not making this any easier. I want to get out. Help! Get us out! Don't shout. You'll just use up more oxygen. I can't breathe. You're using up my air. What? Stop breathing my air. I'll stop you. What? What are you doing? Stop breathing my air! No, father! He's attacking father. And then I see the pistol lying by my feet. I don't know if it was evidence from that day in court or the bailiffs. In a daze, I pick up the pistol. Again, what's up with Ace Attorney characters just picking up pistols? Has it happened in Resolve? I know it happens. It's like kind of the whole. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! And with that scream, I wake up. It's a bone-chilling scream. A scream that has rung in my ears the past 15 years. Little do you know, your teacher is the one who made that scream. But that's just a dream, right? Right? The thought is that's the thought that is the only thing that has kept me sane for the last 15 years. But what if I'm wrong? What if it's real? They say that sometimes people shout out memories in self-defense. Well, then we just need to push hard enough to break that memory. There we go. Our Great Ace Attorney 2 reference. I forgot. Yeah, because that's in the Resolve of Rodnosuke. No. It's a Cosmo thing. I did it! I have referenced every Ace Attorney game that I have played. Now tune in next year for see what I can reference the Dual Destiny with. Maybe it was I who killed my father. What? If you think about it that way, this letter makes sense. Get your revenge on Miles Edgeworth. Think about it. Yogi was really innocent. That's why he wanted revenge against me. Wait, Edgeworth, you mean it was me? I was the true criminal of DL6. I shot my father. Objection! Well, because I know the truth, so I can't absolutely yell objection. This is bad. What are we gonna do, Nick? What can we do? I don't know. I don't think there's anything we can't do, like it or not. If there is someone else who knows a lot about the DL6 incident, maybe. There is, Nick! There is someone else who knows about DL6. Okay, we're gonna go talk to another defense attorney. Bye. December 6th, December 27th, Grossberg Law Offices. Mr. Grossberger. Ah, hello there. What's wrong? You look troubled. No kidding. I can't believe you're not. My. Just calm down and tell me what happened. It's Mr. Hetris. He. Oh, wait, before we continue. Epic tragic backstory is over! But not yet, technically! So Edgeworth dreamt he shot his own father. It's only a dream. Only a dream! I wonder. What? If that's the case, then why do you two look so troubled, Well, also consider this. Yogi's quite certainly holds a deep grudge against Miles Edgeworth. So DP wants to frame him for murder. This leads me to surmise that Edgeworth's dream was not a dream. It was real, as you imagined. Miles Edgeworth threw the pistol to save his father. The pistol fired, and the deed was done. No, I don't believe it. Well, we don't have the whole story yet, Maya. Yogi was the suspect of murder. His career as a bailiff was irrevocably wrecked. Thus, he sought revenge on Miles Edgeworth. This was his last chance, of course, with the statute of limitations so close. What do you know about Edgeworth's father? He was a defense attorney without peer. Objection! What about Eddie Fender? Did it? What? Nobody knew about Eddie Fender at this time? I'm getting mad just for his sake! Sounds quite trite, but true. Well, he may have no peers. He may have one peer. There you go. There's our Eddie Fender. You're meant to me if. Wait, what? What about Eddie Fender? Gosh! Don't get me started. My sister. Gregory Edgeworth was very disapproving of Mr. Von Karma's techniques. That's no surprise. Von Karma is an extreme man. Forged testimonies and evidence are nothing to him. The result, he had a perfect win record in court. To beat him, Gregory Edgeworth tried calling attention to his methods. This does line up with the inherited turnabout. Keep in mind, we do have more knowledge about it now that I've played now that we have Investigations 2. And now that Investigation 2 is officially available in English. The fan translation has probably been there like the whole time and such. But that's just a theory. A game theory. Thanks for watching. No, I'm kidding. We're not. Turnabout Christmas is not over yet. We're still investigating here. And he lost. And died in despair, as it were. I see. But, okay. So then Grossberg didn't know about Eddie Fender. I mean, I guess he wasn't really. He was just kind of like an apprentice, or like he wasn't really much of a defense attorney back then. When Gregory was killed, the police called on a spirit medium. That was your mother, Misty Fay. I am Gregory Edgeworth. I have been killed. The one who shot me was the bailiff, Yanni Yogi. Yet Yogi was found innocent. That's when my mother left us. Everyone called her a fraud. That's right. Everyone thought she was, you see. Yet, now that I think about it, it seems the one who lied was Gregory Edgeworth's ghost. Gregory Edgeworth must have known who shot him. I don't believe it. He didn't. So you're saying he falsified his testimony? That Edgeworth's dad lied to protect his son? It's only a possibility, mind you. But a possibility nonetheless. Where did we leave off with evidence of him? I think it's here. Quite sorry. I have nothing to say concerning that. This incident took place 15 years ago tomorrow. So tomorrow is the completion of not one, but 2 trials. All thanks to the statutes of limitation. However, I'm afraid the damage of the DL6 is done will never be erased. Gregory Edgeworth. He was a gifted man. His death was truly a loss. I wonder what would have become of Von Karma if he were alive. And what would become of Eddie Fender? He would have been probably a way more serious defense attorney if it was not for DL6. Oh, so this is the letter. It does seem that Yogi was following this letter when he killed Hemorrhoid. But why kill Robert Hemorrhoid? Hemorrhoid was a skilled defense attorney, but he defended Clendits not for their sake, but for his own. Huh? His own sake? He never trusted his clients, that one. The only thing he trusted was his own ability. But he got his client found innocent, so why should it matter? Actually, my dear, it is quite different. He won that innocent verdict for no one but himself. Yogi was a free man, but socially he was ruined. Huh? You'll understand soon enough. Wait. What is it? This letter. I've seen this handwriting somewhere before, a long time ago. Whose handwriting was this? Do you have any idea who wrote this? Could it be Manfred von Karma? Von Karma. Why would he have something to do with this? Well, I'm not sure. Von Karma? Von Karma. Wait, you're right, my boy. This is Von Karma's handwriting. I'm sure of it. I used to see it all the time on court reports. What? But that means the one who told me Mr. Yogi to kill was... Oh, correct. Manfred von Karma himself. What does this mean, then? Why would Von Karma want to frame Edgeworth? If it was truly Von Karma who wrote this letter, then he would know the truth. He would know that Miles Edgeworth has accidentally killed his own father. He'll say as much tomorrow in court, I should think. He'll press the point until the court finds Miles Edgeworth guilty. Oh no. But how could Von Karma know about Edgeworth's past like that? Even Edgeworth thought it was just a nightmare. That I do not know. Yet I do know that Von Karma is both persistent and perfectionist. He may be seeking to satisfy a grudge against Gregory or Edgeworth by hurting his son. What do you mean? It was 15 years ago. Von Karma met Gregory Edgeworth in court, and Von Karma did win. Actually, technically, that would have been 17 years ago. Actually, wait, no, no, IS-7 took like a whole fucking year. So yeah, it would be 17. It would have been only 15. But he didn't make it through the trial unscarred. What happened in trial between Edris's dad and Von Karma? How much time do you got, Phoenix? Just let me bust out. I could bust out the Ace Attorney Investigations collection. How much time you got, Phoenix? I got all night, baby. Though I don't think it would. I don't think I could get through all of the Inherited Turnabout or in a night. And I would extend the lengths of Turnabout Christmas. Von Karma got the guilty verdict he wanted. He won the trial, but Gregory Edgeworth accused Von Karma of faulty evidence. Not actually knowing where the body was. The body comes up 18 years later after that. Ah! See, this is great now that I can say this because the investigation, because I played Ace's Investigations 2 and it has been released in English officially. And though he lost the trial, Mr. Edgeworth's accusation stood. Faulty evidence. It was the only penalty Von Karma has ever received in his career as a prosecutor. Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. It's the only vacation he has ever taken. A vacation. Yes, an unusual event for the man. It was the first and last vacation he has taken in his many years of prosecuting. Really? He doesn't take vacations? Like, go to the sea or to the mountains. Don't tell me he's never been to Europe. You have a strange idea about vacations, Maya. In any case, that was the only time he took a vacation from work. I believe the penalty upsets him quite a lot. Odd. If he wanted to keep a perfect record so badly, why would he take such a long vacation? What do we do, Nick? Von Karma is going to bring up Deal 6. You can bet on it. What if Mr. Edgeworth pleads guilty to Deal 6? I won't let him! Did you hear you've heard the exclam. Yes, Mr. Wright. I hate to say this, but even accidental murder is murder, you know. I know that! I just believe in Edgeworth's innocence. I can't believe he'd kill someone. But Nick, Mr. Edgeworth admits it himself. His father must have lied to protect him from beyond the grave. I don't care! I know he's not guilty. Mr. Wright, if you say so, I suppose I could go check again. The police files might hold something in interest. Mr. Grossberg thanks you. I can't promise anything. In fact, I think the chances of finding something are slim. I understand. The police materials and like how we can't. One day left, Nick. Yeah, I know. Well, no time to waste. Let's get going. We just need to get to the criminal affairs department here. December 27th. Police department, criminal affairs. There's hardly anyone here. Everyone must be out looking for the old guy, Yogi. Ah, it's you. I don't think Gumshoe will be coming back today. He's staying out late looking out for someone. Sounds like that Gumshoe's pounding the pavement for real. Well, we're wondering if we could check out the record room again. Well, now I can't have anyone just wandering around in there. But I guess Mr. Von Karma's in there now anyways. You can go as long as he's there. Von Karma? Yes, just arrived actually. Von Karma's in the record room? Nick, let's hurry! This isn't gonna end well. Averted gaze. Dusty as always. We're only here just yesterday. I'm sure they just haven't time to clean. What's wrong, Nick? Nothing. I was just noticing he wasn't here. Von Karma. It's fine. This is fine. Just keep averting gaze. Here are files collected on case reports. There's quite a large volume of reports here. Wow, these are all case reports. Yeah, it's like a graveyard of police cases. I guess my sister's case is in here too. Quietly gathering dust. Nearest shelf stuffed as cases on the file back room too. Forgotten cases, rotting away for eternity. Nick, let's get what we need and get out of here. All this dust is getting to me. Oh my gosh, I actually do feel a sneeze coming on again. It's kind of not. Huh? One of the drawers here is open. Someone must have been looking in it recently. The label says unsolved cases evidence. Unsolved cases. Nick, the file for deal 6 is completely empty. What? What are you doing in here? Nick! Von Karma! You. How do you know my name? Well, you see, we're kind of going against you in court right now. Huh? Have we met? This is my Faye. Thanks for the ride. How you doing? We're here, replaying, Phoenix Wright. Phoenix Wright, Ace Attorney. As my Christmas tradition of replaying this one episode every year around Christmas time, because almost that means it's not Christmas yet. Where'd I go? What's the difference between Fortnite Go and regular Fortnite? I'm confused. I'm confuzzled. Also, are there any clips you would like to share with us to the group? Because we always like to. I forgot. I have. I forgot. Punctuation is something that I should take care of in that one. What if they did make a Fortnite Go, though? I might have to capitalize on that idea now. I played no Fortnite whatsoever. And now I need to capitalize on this idea before someone beats me to it. What are you saying? We see each other every day, don't we? We're Miles Edgeworth's defense team. Defense team. I beg your pardon. You see, I rarely remember the defense attorneys. They're like bugs to me. Needless things to be crushed. I can see how this guy is Edgeworth's mentor. Just over a case. Fool. You think I, a prosecutor, would give you defense attorney information? Ha! Creep. Not even saying anything about my defense attorney, but okay, we'll just talk then. No need. Mr. Edgeworth is your student, right? Just averting gaze. A romantic who still can't shred the vision of amateurism, just like his father, always second rate. Mr. Von Karma, you have an axe to grind with Gregor. You had an axe to grind with Mr. Gregory Edgeworth, didn't you? Me, a grudge against a mere defense attorney. Why? because he dealt a blow to your otherwise perfect trial. I mean, perfect record trial. So you did. What I don't get is, why did you take his son under your wings afterwards? The son of your most bitter rival. That, my dear attorney, is none of your business. And after playing and playing basically every game except for 2, I still don't have the answer to my question. Though I don't think I don't think I'll be getting those answers in Dual Destiny or Spirit of Justice. And it's highly unlikely that I'll get it in a crossover game. I don't even think we'll have Edgeworth in it. And we didn't get them in the Ace Attorney Investigations collection. Because I swear the line used to be. I swear I always thought the line was always just. I always thought that line was over. I always thought that line was something about there's some answers. There's some questions in those answers that that will never be something about how it's like you'll never find the answer to it, which is kind of understandable now that like I said, I've played like I played 8 Ace Attorney games and I still don't know the answer to this question. I want to know. Tomorrow will be the last day of the trial. It's been a while since I've had a defense attorney last this long. Still, he will lose in the end. Miles Edgeworth will admit his own guilt. His guilt of 15 years ago, you mean? You're quite the researcher. If you've done your homework well, then certainly you must understand. You know what Miles Edgeworth will tell the court tomorrow. You were right. So Von Karma is going to bring up DL6 in court tomorrow. Right, there is one piece of evidence we show him, but I don't want to show him in the evidence. I want an ace up my sleeve. Actually, to be fair, this metal detector is the ace up my sleeve. I don't want to do this. Mr. Von Karma, have a look at this. This was you, wasn't it? You instructed Yanni Yogi to commit murder. Yanni Yogi. How many years has it been since I heard him called by that name? He's a fool. I told him to burn it after he read it. So you admit it? You wrote Mr. Yogi this letter? Yes, my dear defense attorney. Thank you for taking the trouble to bring it to me. You saved me from a lot of needless hassle. But what? Nick, what is that thing? Maya, that is what we call in the business a taser. A stun gun. Usually for self-defense. Usually. Indeed. 600,000 volts will course through your body like a dog touching an electric fence. 600. Oh, don't worry. People don't die from it, usually. Now, give me the letter. No! No! Whoa, what are you? Nick, run! Ah! Wow, you idiot. Maya! Out of my way. Ah! Of course Phoenix wouldn't die from it. People don't usually die from it either, and 2, he's the king of fucking plot armor. And we don't wake up until the trial tomorrow. Ugh, he got us. The letter's gone, of course. And he took the DL6 evidence. All of it. Back to having no clues. Wait, Maya jumped first. Maya, is she okay? Maya! Maya, open your eyes. Maya? The letter. Did he take it? Huh? Oh, yeah. Are you okay? I couldn't stop him. I jumped as fast as I could, but one shot from that thing knocked me out cold. I'm useless. No good as a lawyer or a medium. I can't even call my sister. I mean, now when we need her most. I wish I hadn't woken up at all. Maya! Has to be some way I can help her. I'd better do something about her self-confidence first. Maya, she's holding something. What's that? A bullet? DL6 incident. DL6 incident. Evidence number 7. Taken from the heart of Gregory Edgeworth. I remember. Found Karma that was holding this when Maya jumped him. I'll prove it to you, Maya. You're the most definitely not useless. I'll prove it to you in court tomorrow. To be continued. Right now! December 28th, 9:51 a.m. District Court. Defendant Lobby number 2. This is it. Judgment Day. Today, things are going to be settled at last. A lot of things. Wah! What's the big idea? So sorry, Nick. I only touched your shoulder. I guess the shock hasn't worn off from my run-in with the stun gun yesterday. Anyhow, today's last trial, last day of the trial. Good luck, Nick. Yeah, thanks, Maya. Idris is looking glum as always. I hope Von Karma doesn't push him too hard. Whoa! What are you doing? I'm sorry. I just thought I'd cheer you up with a pat on the back. Maya, maybe you should go outside and discharge. Right, good idea. Try not to electrocute anyone on your way out. Why out, pal? What did we just say, Maya? It's gotten into that, girl. Von Karma and a stun gun. Detective Gumshoe. Just the detective we were looking for. You're the only detective here, so... Well, you're really the only detective we really know. Morning, Mr. Edgeworth. Good morning. How'd it go, detective? Have no fear. As promised, I captured our runaway take-care. I just brought him in. you're so right! Maya could accidentally get herself in the worst situation and then suddenly somehow just be like, oh, somehow now I'm president! Thanks, Detective Gumshoe. You must be tired. Actually, after all that shock I got on the way in, I felt pretty good. Yogi said he's forgotten his own name. That has to be a lie. Why would he want revenge on Edgeworth if he couldn't remember his past? He does remember, and I'm going to prove it. December 28th, 10 a.m. District Court. Courtroom number 3. Actually, no, she would absolutely be put in prison because her accident with the smoothie into 2 cents will lead to some murder case against her. Some murder suspect against her. Because that's how it always works. Maya always gets arrested on the suspect of murder. Happened 3 times alone in the trilogy. Wait, no, it's only twice in the trilogy. Wait, no. Twice in this game alone. No. It is 3 times. I know it. No, it is only twice. Because right now where I'm headed, Phoenix has Phoenix has been arrested on the suspect of murder more than she has. Right? No, or are they tied? No, because no, they're both at 2. Hold on. Let me look into something real quick. Wait, no, it is 3 times! Because Turnabout Memories. So yeah, Phoenix is currently in the lead of how many times that is currently the runner-up for the most times of been arrested on the suspect of murder. The defense is ready, Your Honor. The prosecution is ready. Right. Very well. Yes, of course. Welcome back to Whose Court Is It Anyways? Where the contradictions are made up and the objections don't matter. We have reached the final day of our proceedings in this trial. I ask the prosecution to submit decisive evidence. Understood. Come on, don't be awed into silence by every little thing he says. Very well, Mr. Von Karma, your opening statement. Right. Thanks to Detective Gumshoe's efforts, that the boat rental shop caretaker has been arrested. In yesterday's trial, the defense asserted that the caretaker was the murderer. However, the caretaker has yet to confirm this. I would like to ask the defense to cross-examine him as much as necessary. Very well. Please bring the witness to the courtroom. Ladies and gentlemen of the court, I believe you all remember our witness. He lives in the boat rental shop on the lake from where he witnessed the incident. In addition, he has currently lost memory of his name and identity. Witness, why did you run away yesterday? The witness was not running away, as he will now testify. I see. Very well. Please begin your testimony. Well, I'm really sorry about leaving yesterday like I did, but I wasn't running away or nothing. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? I figured I got nothing to do with the situation anyhow. I mean, I need one of those motive things, right? I don't got one. I could prove a motive if someone didn't hit me with a stun gun yesterday. So my testimony yesterday, strange as this. Very well. Let's begin that cross-examination, shall we? He has to know his name. Yenny Yogi. You're Yenny Yogi, and I'm going to prove it. I am really sorry about leaving court like I'd call what you did running away and not just leaving. You heard Larry's testimony, realized you were in danger. Now, Mr. Wright, there's no need to rush to conclusions. As I said, the witness was not running away. Listen to the rest to the testimony. Sure seems relaxed. In fact, they both do. Van Karma and Yenny Yogi. But I wasn't running away or nothing. Then why did you leave? He was just about to say why. He said it's so hard for you to quietly listen to someone when someone's talking. If I sat quietly, Edwards would be guilty in 3 minutes. I went to buy some food for Polly, see? Food. Well, Polly's a bit of a gourmet, you see. She only eats the high-quality bird pellets from France. I only have them in the big pet shop downtown. But you weren't arrested until this morning. Why didn't you go back to the caretaker shack? Well, I kind of got lost, you see. The witness has trouble remembering things sometimes. When the police apprehended him, he was on his way back to the shack. Yeah, right. Nice try, Von Karma. No one's gonna believe that. I see. So he was lost. Please, Your Honor, come to your senses. I figured I got nothing to do with this incident anyhow. You lost much of your memory, is that correct? Yep, it seems like it. Then how could you have done that? How could you known that you didn't have anything to do with this incident? Or maybe you're lying about not having your memory. You know exactly who you are. The witness has testified quite clearly it has no memory of who he is. If you claim that you're lying, then show the court proof. How am I supposed to prove what's going on in that old Kruger's head? It's impossible. Especially because someone took the evidence I needed. I'm glad you come to your senses, Mr. Wright. Very well, witness, please continue. How can you say you had no motive? I say you do. You had a grudge against Edgeworth and the victim, Maribor Hemorrhoid. That's why you took revenge on them, right? Please don't make me repeat myself, Mr. Wright. This witness has no memory of anything beyond several years ago. He can't hold a grudge. It's impossible. I have to prove he's lying about his memory. Otherwise, it's going to be the same thing over and over until the trial ends. Might I say something, Mr. Wright? Yes. Yes, Your Honor? You've been saying the same thing over and over now. You've been calling the witness's memory of the past, or lack thereof, into question. But does this really have anything to do with the current case? Of course, Your Honor. The witness has said he has nothing to do with this case and no motive. Both of these statements are lies. Order! Order! Mr. Wright, there's a serious problem with your claim. Yeah, I know. I have nothing to back it up right now. Are you saying you know who this witness is? Of course, Your Honor. Ho ho! Now this is interesting. I'd like to know myself. So who is he? Don't play dumb, Von Karma. Mr. Wright, please tell us this witness's name. His name is Yanni Yogi, a former court bailiff. Yep. Yep. Yogi. That name sounds familiar. Oh! Yanni Yogi from the DL6 incident. I figured the judge would have heard of it. It was such a famous case. But what does this mean? Your Honor, if this man is Yanni Yogi, then he has a clear motive. Jumping to conclusions again, Mr. Wright. This witness is Yanni Yogi. Fascinating. However, how do you propose to prove this to the court? Make his bird testify! This is a court of law, as you may recall. You need proof. And also allow me to repeat that once more, that the witness has lost his memory. This is it. I have to do this now. If I can't prove he's Yogi right here, right now, then I got nowhere else to go. Nick, how are you going to prove it? How can you prove that he's Yanni Yogi? It's okay. It's actually quite simple. I get his bird to testify. Your Honor, please take this man's fingerprints. Then we'll compare him to the fingerprints on the files for Yanni Yogi 15 years ago. I see. That makes sense. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Huh? I'm so very, very sorry, Mr. Wright. But why? The witness has no fingerprints. What? What? No fingerprints? How's that even physically possible? You see, before I worked as a caretaker, I worked at a chemical plant. I burned my fingers working with the stuff. Yep. But what? Yogi, you sneak. You burned your fingerprints to hide your past? Well, if the witness has no fingerprints, I guess we'll not be able to prove his identity. No. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, what will you do, Mr. Wright? It seems that the case has been decided, no? No! I know what happened. I know everything. I just can't prove it. But no, I can't let this end like this. I can't lose. There has to be another way. There is no one who can testify as to who this witness is. No one. Nick, what are you going to do? Make his bird testify! I didn't even consider that he might have erased his fingerprints. What do I do? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, perhaps you'd like to cross-examine his parrot for a little comic relief. Yeah, very funny. You're a sore winner, Von Karma. Wait. Wait a second. Cross-examine his parrot? What is it, Nick? No, you're not going to. Your Honor! The defense would like to take Mr. Von Karma up on his proposal. Take Mr. Von Karma on my proposal? Exactly, Your Honor. I would like to cross-examine the witness's pet parrot. Order. Well, what do you think, Mr. Von Karma? Needing you even ask? This is a far. I object. Wait a second. You're the one who suggested I cross-examine the parrot, Von Karma. I have a right to do as you suggested. Well, if you're so desperate, then please, be my guest. Of course, should he go through with this, and nothing comes of it, I hope you're ready for the consequences. Nick, this is crazy. Well, still want to go through with your little game? Yes, I'm doing it. Let's the parrot take the stand. I will cross-examine her, Your Honor. This is the most ridiculous thing I've ever heard. Von Karma rigged every person's testimony, every piece of evidence, except the parrot's. She's my last chance. At least, I think so. Bailiff, bring in the parrot. This is quite a bird. Please tell us your name. Name! Your Honor? The witness is ignoring me. It must hurt to be ignored by a bird. Very well, witness. Who is your owner? Please, testify for us. Hello! Squawk! What a lovely testimony. Certainly the most concise testimony we have heard so far. Very well. Begin your cross-examination. Right. What are you going to do, Nick? I don't know. What do we do, Maya? Who is your owner? Hello, squawk! Witness, you can't just say hello and expect us to get anywhere. I want you to testify. Maya, you talk to her. Right, what do I say? Have we forgotten something? As I recall, 2 days ago. Polly, have we forgotten something? Squawk! Don't forget, DL6, squawk! I do a good bird, don't I? If I can get Polly to say that here, that will prove the caretaker had something to do with DL6. Polly, have we forgotten something? Hello? Squawk! That's not what you were supposed to say! Forgot something! We forgot! Hello? won't say it. This is ridiculous. Why won't you say it? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Something the matter, Mr. Wright? Wait. Don't tell me if Von Karma expected this. He couldn't have really retrained the parrot, could he? Did he train her not to respond when he asked if we've forgotten anything? Witness, you are here to speak. You must speak to me. Frankly, I can't believe you're speaking to the parrot. Well, I guess we should try to get some information out of her. We need to show the judge that her owner is Mr. Yoki. Maybe I should get her to say her name. Polly! Polly! What is your name? Polly! Polly! What? Mr. Wright? I think we have established that this parrot's name is Polly. Does this have anything to do with her owner's identity? Of course! Yes, it does. Ha! Fascinating. You claim the parrot's name will prove her owner's identity? Then show us this proof. Nick, don't you think you're taking this bluffing a little too far? Listen, we're not here to answer the question of who is the caretaker. We're here to prove that he's Yenny Yogi. All we have to do is tie the name Polly to Yogi. Your Honor, the proof that the parrot's name reveals the caretaker's identity is the DL6 case file? That's quite a large file in there. Which page is the proof on then? Show us or stop wasting our time. Very well, please show us that page. Where in the file information is connected to the parrot's name? It's on the suspect data page. This page has all the information about Yenny Yogi. Right after he was arrested, his fiancée committed suicide, see? Indeed, it does say that, yes. What is his fiancée's name? Polly Jenkins. Polly. Exactly, Your Honor. He wanted to remember the name of his fiancée who committed suicide. That's why he named his parrot after her. I see. I guess that is impossible. Bah! A mere coincidence. That is all. My granddaughter has a dog she calls Phoenix. Well, Mr. Phoenix Wright, does that make you my granddaughter's fiancé? I don't like where this is going. She's only 7 years old. I don't like where this is going anymore. Indeed. Alone is a little weak for evidence in a murder trial. We need some other collaborating evidence. Where am I gonna do find that? Nick, we gotten closer. One more. If we can just get one more piece of evidence. Right. But what? Very well, witness. You may continue. Hello, squawk! Maybe I'll get her to say the number of that safe. Huh? The safe? Why? Let's just try to get her to say anything, okay? Polly, what's the number to the safe in the shack? 2218! 2218! Squawk! I know she didn't say squawk, but I wanted to squawk. My, what a reckless parrot. Well, Mr. Wright, you are claiming that this number has something to do with the caretaker. Actually, it does. Actually, it does. That's why I had her say it. Ha! Ridiculous. How can a number to a safe tell us who the caretaker is? Show us your proof. What could possibly link this number to the caretaker's true identity? The DL6 case file. What is this discussion with you have with that case? Mr. Wright, where in this file is something related to the safe number? It's on the case summary page. The case summary? Especially the date in which DL6 occurred. The date of the incident, December 28th. Why, that's today's date, 15 years ago. And the number on that safe is 2218. Ah! He used the date of the DL6 incident as a number for his safe, Your Honor. See, it's too cliche to do your birthday. Too cliche to do your birthday. if you guys don't understand what I'm joking about here, actually, I don't think you guys. Recently, we changed our clocking system. The company I work for, changed the clocking system, and now we have to use like 6-digit pins. And so I used a date that I would always remember, and I was just like, I can't go with my birthday. That's too cliche. So I went with a different date, but I'm not gonna tell you what date that is because I don't want you guys logging into my clocking in for me at work for work or anything. But if you know me well enough, I think you could pretty much figure out what the date is. I mentioned it earlier today. Yeah. That's how important the date was to him. I see. It certainly is an interesting coincidence. People often do set their secret numbers to dates. Bah! This is not tangible proof. I set my ATM number card to 001 because I am number 1. This has nothing to do with the date. Nothing. That's enough. I think we can reach the conclusion here. This is a mere coincidence, that is all. True, that is a possibility. However, 2 coincidences at the same time seem more like a pattern to me. What are you saying? Summon the caretaker of the boat shop. Immediately. Witness, tell us your name. Wait! This witness, he doesn't remember. No, it's okay. I have accomplished what I wanted to do. I'm done. Nick, looks totally different. This is the real Yogi, I think. Finally. He's been acting feeble to hide his true identity. Acting for 15 years. Well, let me ask you again. Please state your name for the court. My name is Yanni Yogi. 15 years ago, I served as a bailiff in this very court. Order! Order! Yanni Yogi. So it was you who killed Robert Hemorrhoid and tried to frame Miles Edgeworth for his death. Yes, it was me. I did it. They put me on the witness stand 15 years ago. Robert Hemorrhoid. He said I was mentally unsound. He told me it would make me innocent, get me off the hook. So I pretended to have brain damage. I was innocent, really, but he didn't believe me. We won the trial, but I lost everything. I lost my job, my fiance, my social standing. Then, this year, 15 years later, a package arrived. It was a letter and a pistol. The plan was written out in careful detail. It's planned for me to take my revenge on the people who ruined my life. I didn't care who sent it. I thought this was my chance after 15 years, it was. Finally, a chance to have a revenge on Robert Hemorrhoid and Miles Edgeworth. I have no regrets. Wait a minute. Revenge against Miles Edgeworth? What do you mean? I am not at liberty to speak on that matter. Why don't you ask Mr. Edgeworth yourself? Anyways, I admit it. I was the one who killed Robert Hemorrhoid. Von Karma, where is Mr. Yogi? Under arrest, Your Honor. I saw no room for error in his confession. Then the defendant, Miles Edgeworth, is innocent, in this case at least. Very well. Will the defendant please take the stand? There are a few mysteries left unsolved. Still, you're cleared of suspicions for this particular case. So I would like to pass judgment on the murder of Robert Hemorrhoid. Any objections? I don't believe it. Why isn't Von Karma saying anything? Very well. This court finds the defendant Miles Edgeworth not guilty for the murder of Robert Hemorrhoid. We still have a little bit to go. That is all. Court is adjourned. 3, 2, 1. Did someone just say objection? It wasn't Von Karma. Wait, but that means no. Edgeworth? Your Honor, I object to your judgment. You didn't kill Robert Hemorrhoid. That's what we were trying to establish. That's what this case was. Edgeworth. What do you mean? I'm not innocent at all. As we have heard, Yanni Yogi killed Robert Hammerite in revenge. But revenge for what? Nick, Ezra's is trying to confess. He's going to say he's guilty. He's going to tell them it was the murder. He was the murderer in DL6. He's going to tell them he killed his own dad. Uh-oh, what do I do? Raise an objection! The judgment has already been passed. I object to Ezra's outburst. Didn't something like this happen yesterday, too? I believe a certain witness raised an objection after a guilty verdict was passed. That would be Larry. We must hear this new statement. We must hear Miles Edgeworth. He's right. We have a duty here to Mr. Edgeworth out. Can we at least take a recess? For 15 years, I've had a recurring dream. A nightmare. It's only a nightmare. That's what I told myself. But now I know it wasn't a dream. Yanni Yogi wasn't the killer. You mean in the incident where your father died? From the distance it was shot, it wasn't suicide either. Everything was clear as day. As the murderer, the criminal in the DL6 incident, it was me. Your Honor, I confess my guilt. I'm guilty for the DL6. For DL6, which the statute of limitations ends today. The culprit is me. Objection! Order. This is certainly unexpected. The defendant declared innocent is confessing to a different crime, which the statute of limitations runs out today. Not really sure how I should deal with this. Bah! It's obvious. We hold a trial right here, right now. We tried this man for his crime of 15 years ago. I think I would like to take a 5-minute recess. During this time, I will consider the appropriate course of action to take. Court is adjourned. December 28th, 2:24 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. I'm sorry, right. I just wasted all your efforts. Mr. Edgeworth, I just don't believe it, sir. I mean, you killed your dad? I didn't want to believe it myself, detective, but it's the truth. I deserve to be punished. Murder is murder, no matter what the circumstances. This is crazy. Just crazy. Nick, what are you doing? Huh? Oh, I was just reading through the court records once more. I'm getting my case ready. Your case? For what? Huh? Is it obvious? I'm going to prove that Miles Edgeworth is innocent. Well, what are you talking about, pal? He just admitted to it. He confessed to that he did it. In court. I'm sorry, Edgeworth. But I don't believe your nightmare. What? It's just a dream. Not real. The truth is right here in this court record. In any case, tighten your belt. The real fight is just beginning. I'll prove you're innocent. Trust me. Right. December 28th, 2:30 p.m. District Court, Courtroom Number 3. Now then, I would like to resume our trial. Judge, Miles Edgeworth has admitted his own guilt. He has confessed his crime. Let us begin by hearing his testimony. Then, though pointless, let the defense do their cross-examination. The statute of limitation on the DL6 incident runs out today. Though it's unconventional for me to say it, I would like to run this one by the books. I see. Does the defense have any objections? No, Your Honor. On karma, you knew this was going to happen from the very beginning, didn't you? Very well. Will Miles Edgeworth take the stand? Will the witness state his name and profession? Miles Edgeworth. I am a prosecuting attorney. Mr. Edgeworth, 15 years ago, you mistakenly killed your father, Gregory Edgeworth. Is this correct? It is correct. Then testify about this matter to the court. When Edgeworth was telling me about his dream yesterday, I noticed something. One detail didn't quite fit. That will be the key, but if only if I could get it to work. Please. That day, I've gone into the courtroom to observe one of my father's trials. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. My father and Mr. Yogi had lost their composure and began to argue. Just then, something heavy fell at my feet. I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. That is all. And until now, you thought this memory was a dream. We were stuck in that elevator for 5 years. The oxygen in that elevator ran out, and I lost my memories of the event. Bah! The same claim as Mr. Yogi made. Very well. Mr. Wright, your cross-examination, please. Yes, Your Honor. What was the trial your father was involved in on that day? I don't remember things very clearly. Well, you see... How long do we got? We could totally extend Turnabout Christmas. Though I don't think I can finish all the Inherited Turnabout in a day tonight. So, 1 year, maybe I'll do it where it's like when they finally bring up like what the case was that Gregory was doing that day. I'd be like, all right, now we just, and then it's like, all right, now we just save the game, close it out, open investigation, and then we just take a break and do just play the Inherited Turnabout. I'll do that 1 year. Next year's will be no. We should do it in 2 years because that would be the 5-year anniversary of the start of Turnabout Christmas. That would be the 5th Turnabout Christmas. This is only the 3rd. Only 2 things. I know my father lost, and Mr. Von Karma was the prosecuting attorney. Mr. Von Karma, you were handling that case? It was 15 years ago. I don't remember the details. That was when Edgeworth pointed out the problem in Von Karma's evidence. As we went to leave, an earthquake struck, trapping us in the elevator. That's where it says phobia in. Alexa, what's the fear of elevators? Elevaphobia. That's where that came from. My father and Mr. Yogi. Alexa, exit! Man, sometimes. Seriously, sometimes the sad Amazon Echo, man. And it sucks too, because I have a moderator named Alexa. Love you, Alexa. Hope you had fun in Germany. So there was 3 people, including yourself, trapped in that elevator. Yes, myself, my father, and Yanni Yogi. We were fine at first, but as the time passed, no one came to help. What did you do then? I was 9 years old, a 9-year-old boy at the time. What could I do? I was scared, trembling in the corner. But then... What was it? A pistol. I assumed it was the bailiff's, Yanni Yogi's. The safety must have come off when it fell from his holster. And you picked it up. What happened next? I picked it up and threw it at Mr. Yogi. I wanted them to stop fighting. Did you know it was a pistol when you threw it? I think I knew. I knew it was dangerous, but the air was getting so thick, I panicked. So you're saying that you threw a pistol at Mr. Yogi. I was in a daze. A moment later, there was a single gunshot and then a scream. The gun fired once? Yes. I think after I threw it, I lost consciousness. Since then, they echoed in my head every day. That gunshot and the horrible scream. The scream. It was a terrible scream. I remember it to this day. To this day. Yes, I can practically hear it now. I doubt I will ever forget that scream as long as I live. There it is. One part of that testimony clearly contradicts the evidence, but I don't know what it means. So there was only one gunshot. Yes, I'm sure of that. I heard the shot and the scream. Then everything faded. I was unconscious until the rescuers came. I see. No, Your Honor. Unfortunately, you don't. You're blind, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor. I'm sorry, Your Honor, for saying such a mean thing about you. I'm sorry, Your Honor. My bad. Take a look at this. This is a photograph of the crime scene from 15 years ago, and in it lies a clear contradiction to to Mr. Edgeworth's testimony. Well, I can see the victim, Gregory Edgeworth, just lying there. But what do you mean, a contradiction? Just as I thought, the judge is clueless, as always. Aw, don't even make fun of your aunt. God, you're worse than Apollo! Though, at this point in time, Apollo is only like 15. So. Apollo has not made fun of the judge yet. Show the judge the contradiction in the photo. As it should be obvious, the contradiction is here. I see a bullet hole in the door. Your Honor, Miles Edgeworth testified that there was only one gunshot. However, according to this photograph, not one but two shots were fired. One shot hit the victim, the other hit the elevator door. I ask you then, why did Miles Edgeworth only hear one gunshot? This photograph does seem to confirm a second shot. However, when was the hole in the elevator made? It might have been there before the incident occurred. If there was nothing to do, it was nothing to do with this incident. Ugh. Mr. Wright, do you have any proof that this bullet hole was caused at the Your Honor, I think I'll be able to show you proof. What? Impossible. Now, Mr. Von Karma, save your surprise for after you've seen the evidence. Very well, Mr. Wright, show us your proof. What do you have that proves the bullet hole from the door was related to this incident? Your Honor, the answer's in this file. You do enjoy dragging out that file, don't you? I don't accept this evidence unless you can tell us what page it is on. Which page links the bullet hole in the DL6 incident? Look at the victim data in this file. It says quite plainly the murder weapon was fired twice. Miles Edgeworth only heard one gunshot, yet the murder weapon was fired twice. Order! Mr. Wright, what are you driving at? It's simple, Your Honor. At the time of the incident, two shots were fired. One went into Gregory Edgeworth's heart. The other hit the elevator door. Remember that the defendant lost consciousness after the shot he fired rang out. In conclusion, we must agree that the second shot was fired by someone else. But Mr. Wright, who could be that someone else be? The murderer, of course. I knew I should have stepped in before your wild fantasies got out of hand. Mr. Wright, look once more at the DL6 incident case file. Look closely. Try the case summary page. The case summary? That's on page 1. Look what's written there. No single clue was found on the scene. The pistol had indeed been fired 2 times. Then the other bullet would have been discovered on the scene. He does have a point. That second bullet has never been found. Why? It's in this courtroom right now! Let me just bust out my trusty metal detector. Why? Because the second bullet does not exist. The bullet that claimed Gregory Edgeworth's life was the one fired by his own son. That is the truth of this matter. The whole truth. It was undoubtedly something else that made that bullet in the hole in the door. Order! I will have order! Mr. Wright has proven one thing to us quite clearly. That murder weapon was fired twice at the time of the incident. However, as Mr. Von Karma says, the second bullet fired was not found. It's highly unlikely that the police merely overlooked the second bullet. So all we have is a single bullet fired. I'm afraid I'll have to discount the defense's claim. Tisk, tisk, tisk. I praise the judge for his wisdom in this matter. Gah! How did this happen? I don't believe that the second bullet didn't exist. Was I wrong? Have I been wrong about this whole incident? What are you doing, Nick? Why aren't you raising an objection? I'm sorry, Maya. What? It looks like I was wrong. Nick, if the second bullet wasn't there, then all my contracts are for nothing. No. But you said you didn't. You said you'd do it, Nick. You'd get Edgeworth declared innocent. I'm sorry. Just when I saw the photograph, I thought that two shots had been fired. I was so certain of it. I thought I won. I thought there was another person, someone else who fired the killing shot. But now, I was wrong to think it could be that simple. It is that simple! You didn't get rid of the metal detector for a reason. This case has stood unsolved for 15 years. Nick, it seems that we have finally cleared up the incident and only one bullet was found at the crime scene. That shot was fired by Miles Edgeworth. Precisely. I would like to ask one thing of Miles Edgeworth before passing my verdict. Have you been paying attention to the trial so far? Yes, Your Honor. Do you have any objections? No. No, I do not. So you killed your father, so it's not your intention. Yes, I did. Oh no. He accepted the guilt. Very well. The statute of limitations on the murder of Gregory Edgeworth runs out today. Therefore, I must pronounce a verdict on the defendant today, right here. Right now. Indeed. Does anyone have any objections? I've been here before. It's just like my first day in court. There's so many things I should know I should be saying, but my mind has gone blank. I can't find the words. Mr. Wright? I have an objection. Your Honor! I object! Tisk, tisk, tisk. Mr. Wright, on what grounds do you object? Oof. Nick, I don't know. His case is perfect. Oh no. Gah! It must exist. The second bullet. What? What did you just say? Nothing. The second bullet must exist. But where? Someone took it. It seems waiting is not going to produce us any answers from Mr. Wright. Wait, Your Honor! The second bullet! It existed! What? But we just heard proof that it did not exist. I realize that, Your Honor. I'm really grasping here. It's just someone took it from the crime scene of the crime. That's what happened. But who? The murderer! The murderer? Then tell us, just who is this murderer? I'm still thinking about that one. So the criminal took the second bullet. But why? First of all, how would they have found it? It's not easy to find a stray bullet, Mr. Wright. There was something pressing the murderer had to find. Of course there was a need. That's why they took it. Bah! What possible reason could they have? Well, the reason the murderer took the bullet away from the scene is maybe they thought that the bullet would be used as proof. Proof? It was a special bullet, so they took it with them. If that was the case, then they should have taken the bullet from Side and Gregory as well. Huh? Why would they only take one of the two shots fired? Oh, right. Mr. Wright, have you really thought of this through? I'm going to have to penalize you. This isn't going well. Was there some pressing need for the murderer to search for that bullet? Why would the murderer have have time to look for the straight bullet. I haven't got a clue. What's wrong, Mr. Wright? Bah! The murderer had no reason to take that bullet. You don't want to admit it, but it's true. Heck. Had to take it. Had to take it. The murder weapon. What does that mean? You're thinking too normally. Think crazy. Don't think why the bullet was taken. Think why the bullet had to be taken. Mr. Wright? Yes, Your Honor. I have no idea what I'm doing. Well, the murderer had no intention of taking the bullet from the scene. But, the murderer had to take that bullet. Had to, Mr. Wright. What do you mean? Well, for instance, what? Maybe the bullet, hit the murderer. The bullet hit the murderer? Just saying, for instance. I mean, if it hit you, you would have to take it with you, wouldn't you? It's not like you could perform surgery right there. You know? Wait a second. I was just talking off the top of my head, but what if that's really what happened? Let me get this straight. So at the time of the murder, the murderer himself was shot, and they left the second bullet still inside them, thus leaving only one bullet at the scene of the crime? Yes, I guess that's how it would work, yes. But there's a problem with that. The other two people were rescued from that elevator. Miles Edgeworth and Yanni Yogi were both unharmed. So that would mean the murderer came from outside, yes. The two men fighting inside the elevator. Trying to stop them, the boy picks up the pistol and throws at his feet and throws it. The pistol discharges the bullet. The bullet goes through the elevator door and hits the murderer outside. The boy loses consciousness. Then the murderer opens the elevator door and sees the men inside. Mr. Wright, you are truly the most unpredictable defense attorney I've ever known. Wait until you get a load of a polo. I can't tell if you're grasping, yet I cannot deny the possibility of what you say. What are you saying? Deny it. Deny it. No one involved with the incident was wounded. There's no murderer. No one was wounded at the time of the incident. He's right. I can't think of anyone. Hey, Nick. Huh? I just thought of something. Really crazy. Crazy? We're all about crazy right here. Remember what Mr. Grossberger said yesterday? Gregory Edgeworth dealt a blow to his perfect trial record. Wow. It must have been quite a shock for Von Karma. He took a vacation for several months after that, you see. Yes, an unusual event for the man. That was the first and last vacation he's taken in his many years of prosecuting. What if Von Karma didn't take that vacation because of shock, but took it because he was injured? Which would mean it could only mean one thing. He was the murderer in the DL6 incident. He was the man who shot Gregory Edgeworth. It was Von Karma. Oh man. Something wrong, Mr. Wright? You seem dazed. No, Your Honor. Well, you have indicated the possibility the murderer came from outside. Can you give us the name of your suspect? Uh-oh. Should I come out and say it for now? Say it. Your Honor, look at the man in the prosecution bench. There's one suspect. One lone suspect. Well, this is certainly interesting news. Very well, Mr. Wright. Who is your suspect? My hands are shaking. Von Karma. Von Karma? You mean the Von Karma? The prosecutor? The one standing right over there? Yes, Your Honor. I'm going with this route here. Don't judge. Bah! You don't object? I see no need. Why, Honor, this ridiculous outburst with my objection? Because you took a vacation for several months starting at the day after the incident. Yet you pride yourself on a Parker record. Why would you take such a long vacation without any reason? So you're claiming that I took a vacation to heal from my injury from the incident. Fascinating. Prove it. I would have to need surgery. No. Where did I go under the knife at, Mr. Wright? Bring the doctor that operated me. Have him testify. Nick, find out who his doctor. It's no use. Edgeworth? I know Von Karma. Perhaps too well. He's perfect. He wouldn't leave clues. He probably didn't undergo surgery. That would leave a doctor as a witness. Nobody's that perfect. So what, Nick? Did Von Karma pull out the bullet by himself? That's insane. No, he couldn't have. You can't just pull bullets out of yourself. Wait. What does that mean? That bullet has to be somewhere. But where? Tisk, tisk, tisk. Well, Mr. Wright, can you produce evidence that I was shot? All right, Von Karma, I'll prove it. And I'll even use evidence. I know how you like it so much. What? The evidence that proves Von Karma was shot is the metal detector! Von Karma is perfect, but he wouldn't risk surgery leaving an evidence trail. So then I ask, where is the bullet now? I think it's unlikely that Von Karma performed surgery on himself. You don't mean? I do. There is the possibility that the bullet is still inside Von Karma! Is that even possible for all these years? Well, there is one way to find out. We could use this metal detector! Thanks, Gumshoe! Well, Von Karma, I'm going to run this over you and see what we find. Checkmate. I refuse. You refuse, but refusing this means you acknowledge that the bullet is still inside you. Order! Your Honor, the defense requests that we be allowed to use the metal detector. Judge, I call for a suspension on this trial. This is an invasion of privacy. The statute of limitations runs out on this case today. It was you who said we had to end it right here, right now. Enough. I permit the use of the metal detector. Mr. Von Karma, you will submit yourself to testing. Nick, what does this mean? I don't know, but we have to give it a shot. He reacted. Something's inside his right shoulder. The bullet. Mr. Von Karma? You. It was you. I was afraid this would happen, and so I remained silent. Huh? Indeed, there is a bullet in my shoulder. However, it has nothing to do with this incident. What? I was shot in the shoulder long before the DL6. I claim that the bullet in my shoulder has no relation to DL6. But Mr. Von Karma, can you prove that? Prove? I have no obligation to prove anything. It's Mr. Wright who must prove something here. Not I. Mr. Wright? Well, can you prove it? Can you prove that the bullet in Von Karma's shoulder was from 6 years ago? Of course you can't. You don't have any of the DL6 evidence. That's because he took it out of the records from yesterday. With no proof, you cannot convict me of any crime. So sorry, Mr. Wright. No. I'm the one who's sorry, Mr. Von Karma. What? You were close. 1 day from freedom. But you see, I have proof. What? Who would have thought you dig through your own grave trying to convict Edgeworth? I can link that bullet in your shoulder to the DL6 incident. And here's my final proof. That's a bullet? Where did you get that? This is the bullet used in the DL6 incident. This was taken from the heart of the victim, Mr. Gregory Edgeworth. The bullet is preserved quite nicely, with the ballistic markings still intact. Ballistic markings. You may recall the term. It came up in the first trial 2 days ago. Ballistic markings are the fingerprints of a weapon. All bullets fired from a gun are marked with the weapon's unique pattern. By examining the markings, you can tell which weapon fired the bullet. It's quite accurate. We had 2 bullets in our possessions. One bullet removed from Gregory Edgeworth's heart, and the other in Mr. Von Karma's is the bullet buried in your shoulder. We could analyze both bullets. Then, if the markings match, we would know that both bullets had been fired from the same gun. The very same pistol, in other words, the murder weapon that killed Gregory Edgeworth. Mr. Von Karma, you will let us remove that bullet from your shoulder. We will compare the ballistic markings to those on this bullet and solve this case once and for all. Well, Mr. Von Karma? I'm not doing the scream. That scream. I heard that scream before. Wait, I know. Get away! Get away from my father! Bang! Ah! That's the scream I heard in the elevator 15 years ago. Von Karma, it was you who screamed. That's what we've been saying from the beginning. Mr. Von Karma? No, didn't scream here. So it was you. You and your father are my curse. Yeah, you're the one who took him under. Your father shamed him with a penalty on my record. And you left a scar on my shoulder that would never fade. Yeah, you're the one who taught him how to be a prosecutor. I will bury you. Yeah, not gonna. 15 years earlier. Chief Prosecutor, I'm sorry. Von Karma, it's not like you to make this kind of error. I never thought it would be Edgeworth that would be the one to catch you. I was careless. I'm sorry, but you will have to be penalized. I covered for you in the past, but not this time. Edgeworth. It was a shock like I'd never known. Me? Penalized. It took hours for me to regain my composure. Suddenly, I found myself in the darkness. I was in the court record rooms. I must have wandered there without thinking where I was going. The room was pitch black. The lights must have gone out. I went into the hallway and felt my way to the elevator. I pressed the button, but nothing happened. Then, there was a noise. I was in pain, a horrible burning pain in my shoulder. Just then, the lights came back on. The elevator door opened before my eyes. I saw 3 people inside, all lying unconscious from oxygen deprivation. To much my surprise, a pistol laid at my feet. I knew then it was destiny. In his last moments, Gregory Edgeworth was still unconscious. He died never knowing who had shot him. Later, he spoke through a medium blaming Mr. Yogi. He was fooled. It was the perfect crime. Tisk, tisk, tisk. Who would have thought another man would have come to open that elevator door? Judge. What? What are you doing? Do your job. Bring an end to this miserable charade. Now. End it. Very well. It appears that we have come to a very long way to the end of this maze. 15 years later. Mr. Miles Edgeworth? Yes, Your Honor. You were innocent. You are innocent. As you said, it was all a nightmare. Yes, Your Honor. This court finds the defendant, Mr. Miles Edgeworth, not guilty. I'll be taking my rest now. No, I'm kidding. There's still a little bit more. We see the episode through its end. That is all. This court is adjourned. December 28th, 5:38 p.m. District Court, Defendant Lobby Number 2. Nick! We did it! Did you see his face? Von Carmel looked even paler than usual. He's pretended to be all cool, but instead you crushed him, Nick. Crushed. I gotta say, I'm impressed. It was pretty close, though. I was sure we had it. I know, I was on the verge of tears the whole time myself. But now it's all just a good memory. So it's finally over, Edgeworth. Right. Yeah? I'm not sure how to say this. That's okay. I know you're grateful for what I did. I know. Try thank you. I see. Thank you, right. You're welcome. I think you could have done that better than that. Sorry, I'm not good at this sort of thing. You gotta learn, Edgeworth. She's got you there. Woo! Amazing, pal! You pulled through just like I thought you would. Never forget this. I owe you one, pal. And tonight, let's party. Dinner's on me. Yeah, my salary went down a bit this month. But who cares? I see, Mr. Edgeworth. You should take a lesson from Detective Gumshoe. That's how you say thank you. I see. Ooh. Yeah, no. I feel foolish. Don't worry. Take it a little at a time. You'll get used to it. It's been 15 years since I've seen Edgeworth this unguarded. Hey, y'all! Lana! Y'all were great in there. Thank you. Yo, Edgeworth, congrats! Thank y'all very much. I knew you were all innocent from the start, of course. Just look at you. You wouldn't stick your hand in the cookie jar even if there was no one there. You were the witness on the first day of the trial, weren't you? Yeah, well, bygones be bygones, eh? Speaking of which, what are you doing now, Lotta? Who, me? Oh, I went back to college. I gave up trying to be an investigative photographer pretty quick. Really? That's too bad. Huh? I forgot I said anything. Whoops. Yeah, forget I said anything. Isn't that the hot guy? Isn't that the hot dog guy from the park? Huh? It's over, Nick! My life is over! Why the sad face, Larry? What happened now? Beyonce broke up with him. Oh, Nick, I'm not long for this world. You don't look sick. It's Beyonce. She's gonna live in Paris. Paris, Nick! What am I gonna do? She's leaving me behind. Should have seen that coming. Yo, Edgy, there you are. Yes, here I am. Congrats, Edgy. Here, a little gift from me in celebration. Celebration? That's unusual for you. Harry Butts, you come along tonight. You come along tonight too. My treat, pal. Huh? Thanks. Look forward to it. Yo, Nick. That suit that questioned me when he said treat. That's not please talk for prison food, right? Right? I think you'll be fine, Larry. Right. Yeah? What's up? That envelope that Larry gave me. It's got money in it. Well, yeah, that's not strange. People give money to celebrate sometimes. It's $38, right? Huh? That's a weird amount. I mean, it's not little, but it's not a lot either. $38 exactly? Nick? Wasn't that exact amount of money that was stolen from Mr. Edgeworth in school? 38? No. No! Larry! It was you! What are you so surprised about, right? Huh? Larry was absent that day from school, right? But that doesn't automatically rule him out as a suspect. What? Think back to that day 15 years ago. Larry took the day off, but he was so bored he came to school anyways. And he saw the money lying there, and the rest is history. I never was good at history. Heh. Edgeworth, you didn't know, did you? I suspected. I just couldn't picture Larry protecting you like he did that day. Everyone else was saying you did it. Then the whole class was against you, remember? Yeah, too well. Right. You may not know this, but we used to have a saying back in school. Yeah, I know. When something smells, it's usually the butts. When something smells, it's usually the butts. I know. Really right. I'm surprised you didn't figure it out. Well, it sure is an unexpected twist of events, eh? Edgeworth. You should have told me. Now, Nick. It was 15 years ago. Don't you think the statute of limitations has run out, Mr. Edgeworth? I'd say so, yes. There you have it. Where does this leave me? I became a defense attorney because of what you two did. Well, you have always been something of an insufferable emotionalist. Yeah, and you worked up so easily, too. Death sentence for the both of you! Man, if only I'd known, I would become a prosecutor. The same goes for me. It's only the other way around. For the longest time, I thought I might have killed my own father. I thought I might be a criminal. I became a prosecutor in part to punish myself. If I had known the truth, I might have become a defense attorney after all. Edgeworth. We could switch badges, right? Want to switch, right? Hey, y'all! Let's line up. I'll take a photo. Hey, it's photo time. Let's go! And after that, dinner on me! Detective Gumshoe took us out on the town that night. We celebrated Edgeworth's newfound freedom, even though Edgeworth himself was still in detention. December 29th, 5:02 a.m., Wright & Co. Law Offices. Whoa, I went a little overboard yesterday. My head hurts. Huh? It's only 5 a.m.? I should go back to sleep. What's this? A letter? Good morning, Nick. You were really impressive yesterday. Seeing you, it made me think about what I'm doing here. I'm a spirit medium, in training, of course. I wanted to help Mr. Edgeworth, too. I wanted to help you, but I couldn't. I was useless. So I decided to go back to my training. I'll become a full-fledged spirit medium, for starters. I couldn't say it to your face, so I left this letter. Goodbye, Nick. Goodbye! What time is it? God! The first trains for the Morantons have already left. To the station! I guess I'm too late. Hey! Nick! Maya! So, you're leaving. Yeah. It's hard being a spirit medium who can't talk to spirits. And I think you'll do fine without me, Nick. Be good, okay? Wait! What? I never could have saved Edgeworth without your help. Huh? On the last day of the trial, I heard her. I heard Mia's voice. You heard my sister? Yes, only her voice, but still. It was at the very end when I thought we had lost everything. Well, that's my sister for you. Detective Gumshoe helped Mr. Groberger, and even Larry. I'm the only one who couldn't help. I was useless, Nick. But you were the one who stopped Von Karma, Maya. Huh? I didn't do anything. All I did was wander around like in a daze. Sorry, but I have evidence that you helped. Evidence? Show Maya. A bullet? Von Karma was convinced he had taken all the evidence pertaining to DL6, but you were the one who rescued the last piece of evidence we needed. This was the bullet that ended to put an end to Von Karma, and you were the one who gave it to me. Nick, thanks, Maya. I couldn't have done it without you. I'll be back soon. Huh? I'm going to complete my training and come back. Okay, I'll be waiting. Of course you will. You can't run that office by yourself. You're hopeless. I don't know about that. So, this is it. See you soon, Maya. Thanks, Nick. And so my story ends. Time to turn a new page and say goodbye to the novice defense attorney that I once was. Now a new story begins with the same old crazy cast of characters. Ha! Don't think you've graduated yet, amateur. Mr. Wright, perhaps you would like to rethink that claim. Yes, Your Honor. Uh-oh, I got a bad feeling about this. So, thank you all for tuning in to Turnabout Christmas this year. Hey, pal! Mr. Edris came down to the precinct to wish me a Happy New Year's. Talk about a pleasant surprise. Whoop! Detective Gumshoe! Then he hung his head low and went right back to outside. Kind of like he was embarrassed or something. Strange, huh? Yeah, I couldn't imagine. So, we're going to run to these credits real quick because technically this isn't the end of it. This is the... Huh? Nick? Nah, I haven't seen him lately. Who, me? I've been working on a cheese app. That Missy lady's a nice lady, but she's not exactly what you call a cheap date, huh? Oh, she's in Hawaii right now. Yeah. Of course we're going to... This is tradition. To see this through to the end. So, yeah, like I said, afterwards I'm going to be talking about... Who? Right? Yeah, I remember him. I heard he's been busy lately. You know, not to ring my own bell or anything, but I started telling him everything I know. I'm sure he's grateful. Who? Who are you again? Anyway, so after we're done here, I'll talk about my thoughts on how 2024 went. Phoenix Wright? The defense attorney whom I wrote that for that ever fit for you. You should know I have been taking over management at the Gatewater Hotel recently. Should you be in the area, please stop by. And then I'll talk about like what my plans are for 2025. Cause I got big ones. They're gonna be crazy. Oh, it's you. Phoenix Wright. Yes, Mia's understood you, was he not? I wonder how he's doing. Haven't seen him of late. The days of my youth. Like the scent of a fresh lemon, you see. I always get so sentimental at the end. I always get so at the end of Turnabout Christmas is always Phoenix Wright? Is he an actor? Well, I'm not buying it. You can't be the star with a name like Phoenix. You know, it's... Oh, Meg, please! Oh, Meg! Oh, Meg! Unless depending on what episode you guys give me for Turnabout. I'm pleased to announce that Pink Princess is a hit. I'm sure I'm keeping my face out of the public eye until the show's over. I wouldn't want to ruin any kids' dreams, you know. Yeah, it's always also too seeing Japanese names that I can't read. Oh, I got a letter from Maya the other day. It sounds like she caught a cold standing under a waterfall. I want to visit, but I don't have time, so I sent her some pink princess trading cards. She says she can't buy them where she is. What kind of place is she living at anyways? Like I said, I do get kind of sentimental at the end of Turnabout Christmases every year. And the same goes for Turnabout... Right? Who's that? You want to talk? Let's talk Pink Princess, alright? But, you know, I snuck into the studio the other day, and I saw her. The one inside the Pink Princess suit. Ugh, what a dog. What kind of shock of a boy tender my age? I also do kind of get sentimental at the end of Turnabout replays when we do those. Though I haven't really done a Turnabout replay since January. Yeah, I remember, right? That lawyer guy. Huh, me? I've been training to become a paramedic photographer. You know that picture I took of everyone? Well, just behind them there was a ghost. For the real. Now that's talent. I'm gonna be a famous. Yeah, you're real famous in these games, Lada. No, we don't see you in the Unpolished Justice trilogy, I don't think. Your only other appearance is Justice for All. And with that, that is the end of Turnabout Christmas 2024. How Kuma stole the turnabout. No, we don't need to. We can close out the game and switch over to here. Get our media source. So, yeah, like I said, that wraps up Turnabout Christmas, How Kuma Stole the Turnabout. I did test my camera for I did take a chance of my camera for switching to the VTuber model at this point. But my camera's still freaking out. I haven't really done anything to fix it. At hindsight, I should just probably buy a new one, honestly. I could probably go to Best Buy tomorrow or something and see what I can do for a new webcam. That sounds like a good idea. So, like I said, this does end Turnabout Christmas 2024. Kuma stole the turnabout. So, 2024, it was an interesting year, to say the least. I'm really proud of everything that I was able to accomplish this year. Raising $650 for charity. So you guys could definitely, actually, it's actually over 700 because of Extra Life, but that's just how things went with because it was the subathon. So we raised actually like $700 for Extra Life this year, and that's crazy to me. It's amazing. And of course, I went on another trip to see the moderators back in October. That's always one of the highlights of my years. It's nice to always take a break from stuff, and another thing too, I always appreciate people doing stuff. And I know I talked about, and let's take a fun look at all the games I played over this year. I just gotta remember what I started with this year, because I think the technical first game I started with was Apollo's Justice. So, because I didn't really do any like big game, because I finished or Apollo's Justice, was it? I think it was Investigations 2. Oh wait, no, not Investigations 2, but the first Investigation game. So let's just take a look back at all the games I played this year. So yeah, we kind of finished Investigations, and then we kind of did like milestone stuff for 2023, and that kind of took us up to the beginning of Apollo's Justice. After I finished Apollo's Justice, that's when I got into playing Steins Gate Zero and Professor Layton in the Diabolical Box. After we finished both of those, because I played them together, and I kind of finished them around the same time, that's when I got into Ace Attorney Investigations 2, which also led us to the official release of the Investigations collection. Then after finishing Investigations 2, I started Zero Escape, 9 Hours, 9 Persons, 9 Doors. Then afterwards, it was Chrono Trigger. I played Chrono Trigger because I didn't want to play 999 and VLR back to back. But then afterwards, after finishing Chrono Trigger, that's when I got back into Zero Escape with Richard's Last Reward. And that kind of brings us up to just a few weeks ago when I started Tybalt's Journey of the King, which I will return to with on January 2nd. I also have done a lot of collabs with, because one of the cool things about this too is my friend and moderator Madcap has gotten back into streaming himself. And needless to say this too, I've known Madcap for almost a decade at this point. I think I met him. I first came into his stream because I came into his stream as just a viewer, and then it's become our relationship has become what it is today, where we're good friends. We both stream, and then we both moderate for each other. So that's kind of cool. That's how crazy a relationship can transform. It's like, yeah, neither one of us are big streamers at all. Like, we do it for the I think both of us are. This is always streaming is always just a passion, well, for me it's more of a hobby, but I can't really speak for Madcap on that thing. But streaming for me has always been a hobby, and it always will remain a hobby because I intend to make no money from this. As you can tell, I'm a charity streamer, and all the money I raise goes to charity. In fact, that's all I like to do. I saw an opportunity to tell a story, and I'm running with it. But I'm glad that Madcap's gotten back into streaming, and now that I can do, and getting into do fun stuff like that. It's always fun to see what I can do with other streamers. Like, how could I have not brought up Vverse? Vverse was back in. I remember Vverse was back in June. That was insane. Because that was the birth of the VIA, or VTuber Intelligence. VTuber Intelligence. And of course, I'm known Forever Hollow for a little bit now. So I'm glad to see that we're still going strong there. And I know I haven't done much with them this year, but I plan to do more with them next year. But speaking of next year, I got some major plans this year. It's for next year. So so I've been going crazy, like, just in the background on my off time, just writing. And a lot of that writing has been lore for my VTuber lore. So, and this is kind of where Kuma comes in too. So I have written a lot, and I want to be able to share what I wrote with you guys, but I don't want to just do it in a simple a book, like I just write out a document and you guys get to read it. No, I want to do something more. I want to take anything I can. I want to do a lot. So there's a lot of creative stuff I want to do. I just figured I can find a way to do it all. I would love to make a webcomic based off my VTuber lore, or an animated series that's kind of like you're going through a visual novel, but you're really not, and it's just like you're watching a video, but it looks like you're going through a visual novel. That's something I would love to do, and I think that's kind of going to be the path I'm going to take because that's always something I've wanted to do, because I think it's the simplest, but it does require work and getting voice actors and stuff. And plus that goes along with getting a lore video out, which I said I was going to try to get to this year, but I got things busy on my hands, and also I'm a little bit in big saving money, and so I can't just go and dump a whole bunch of money to make a lore video. Because if you just don't know, I still technically live with my parents. I know it's a little embarrassing to hear that I still live with my parents, but I'm going to be trying to move out early next year. So actually in a couple months or so. I'm hoping I can move out in February. because I think that's like a perfect time, and I think it's time for me to just, leave the nest. But that's gonna be something I will talk more in detail the closer I get to, like, actually moving out. Because there's a lot of things that gotta go into that. So that's something I want to do early next year, like I said, like February or so. So another big thing I want to do is actually get out some like music, because I want to be able to express, like I said, I want to explore everything I can with my lore, with just and creativeness as well. And one of the things I saw a lot this year is like original VTuber music, and it's like, man, I want to do that too. But like I said, I'm kind of in money saving mode right now, so that probably won't be until like past February. Like I said, I can't just, when I want to like move out and buy my own condo, so I can't just go like dump a bunch of money on like a music video or a lore video. I just can't do that right now. I cannot do that right now. And so, like, please understand that I want to do this big purchase and take this next step in my life before I can get to any of the fun stuff, to fun creative projects like that. Again, I know I could just learn it all myself, but there's not really much you can do about that so much. And I'll be real with you, like I said earlier, how next year I kind of want to do Turnabout Christmas as like the webcam, as like a webcam special. But honestly, I kind of want to do a little more like webcam cammy stuff. So I'll probably save it for like, not like big events, say like I might save it for like my affiliate anniversary in June. But don't get like used to being like, oh, when's you gonna bust out her web camera or anything. But I definitely do want to do more with my webcam. It's just I sometimes I miss. Sometimes it's just you understand. Sometimes I miss being a cam streamer or a web not a webcam. Not a cam streamer. I was never a cam girl. Please understand. I was never a cam girl. But like a webcam streamer. Like, I want to show my face to people again. The face that is inspired by that inspired Amelia, the Grand Bishop. The Grand Bishop, the coop that raises us, the Grand Bishop of Ametalis, which is the nation of which the lore is dropped. Or, as some would say, my other half. I think, but that's gonna kind of have to be it for me for today, and quite frankly, the rest of the year. I'm not gonna read out because I don't really want to be honest. So, we are gonna just end it, and I'll see you guys next year. I'll still probably be on Blue Sky and stuff, and trust me, you'll see me online, but you'll just won't see me here on Twitch. Well, maybe not like here on a stream. You know what I mean?